Hi, welcome in. Thank you for tuning in on another episode of our series L&D Explained. In our previous episode, we covered the aspect of the statistical analysis and how it can be used to identify the region of our operational problem and understand where the problem is happening. Today, we will move on to the root cause analysis of that region to understand why the problem is happening. So the root cause analysis is a method of analysis that is designed to identify the underlying causes of a problem or an issue to address them effectively and prevent recurrence. Now, there are many techniques developed over time for you to perform root cause analysis that fits your organization needs, such as cause and effect diagram, the 5 whys technique, and the fault tree analysis. Now let's discuss some of those methods and how we can use them in our L&D space. Starting with the 5 whys, the 5 whys method involves asking why 5 times or as many times as necessary to drill down into the root causes of a problem. When to use it? In simple problems, as it's best for straightforward problems where the root cause is not immediately apparent. For quick analysis, as it's useful when a quick and simple analysis is needed. Now, the answer to those 5 whys are not something for you to predict or assume. The answers lie within the data given in order for you to dig down deeper into it. Here's an L&D example of how to apply the 5 whys. The problem is, employees are not retaining information from recent training sessions. Applying the 5 whys is going to be as following. The first answer to the first why, employees are not applying the knowledge from the training into their daily tasks. The second why, employees find that the training contents are irrelevant to their current job roles. Third why, the training content was developed based on outdated job descriptions and tasks. Fourth why, there was a lack of coordination between the L&D department and the departments that use the training. And finally, the fifth why, the answer that there is no formal process of gathering and integrating feedback from employees and managers about the training needs. The 5 whys technique is not limited to 5 questions, as much as it's about asking enough questions to get a satisfying answer. But how to know that this is a satisfying answer? In operational issues, when you ask the questions, always evaluate the answers provided with a question to yourself. Can we take an action to that reason, or there is a reason behind that reason? When the answer is yes, there is an action to work on that reason, then you have reached the root cause of your problem. If not, then there is a still deeper level to dive into. If the reason leads to a corrective action, this is a root cause. If not, there is a deeper level. Moving on to another type of analysis, which is the Fishbone diagram. Also known as the Ishikawa diagram, it is created by Karu Ishikawa, a Japanese quality control expert back in the 1960s. Originally used in quality management to improve processes and products by identifying the root causes or defects or issues in manufacturing. Ishikawa provides a detailed explanation of the Fishbone diagram and its application in quality management. It is called the Fishbone diagram because its structure resembles the skeleton of a fish, with the problem at the head and the causes expanding as the bones. It is a visual representation of the possible and actual causes of a problem, to be gathered in one place and worked on as a team to develop solutions to this problem, and this is how it's being done. Starting with the head, as it represents the problem or the effects that you want to analyze. Moving on to the central line, connecting the heads to the main categories of the causes. Moving on to the bones, and those are the lines branching from the spine, representing different categories of causes. Those are called the 6 M's, and they are manpower, methods, materials, Mother Nature, machines, and measurements. And then last but not least, the sub-bones, further branching lines that detail specific causes within each category. Here's an L&D related example of how to apply the fishbone analysis, with the problem statement that employees are not applying new skills effectively after training. And the fishbone diagram using the 6 M's can be drawn like this. With the manpower or people, it could be lack of engagement during training, insufficient follow-up support, or inadequate trainer qualification. Moving on to the methods, it could be due to ineffective training delivery methods, lack of structured learning plan, or inadequate integration of the training into daily work. Moving on to materials or content, it could be outdated or irrelevant training materials, or lack of practical exercise or real-world application, or insufficient resources provided to employees. For machines or equipment, it could be due to limited access to necessary tools and technology, outdated training software or platforms, or inadequate facilities for training sessions. For measurement, there could be poor tracking of training effectiveness, lack of performance metrics to evaluate the training impact, or inadequate training feedback mechanism from employees. Last but not least, Mother Nature or environment. There could be distractions in the training environment, uncomfortable or unsuitable training conditions, or external factors affecting employees' focus and retention. One important note is to know that the fishbone analysis cannot be done individually. Usually it is a collaborative activity that consists of more than one stakeholder. This is because the range of problems and solutions are larger than simple analysis like the 5 whys, and that needs collaborative efforts and reliant information from others to reach an effective diagram to work with. So there you have it. These are 2 examples of the root cause analysis methods that we use in the L&D space. There are many other methods that you can look into. I'll leave some of them in the description of the video. In the next episode, we will gather the given information on the previous episodes to answer the question, is training the answer to those problems? And then we're going to move on to the next phase of the ADDIE approach, which is the design phase. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.